Welcome, everyone. This is March the 13th of 2023, and it's Sandra Alexa here. I am a spiritual and business coach. I'm a muse. I'm an astrologer and do self-discovery, okay, for individuals if they're looking for their dharma, their purpose, past life things, anything. Anyway, welcome. We're going to have some weather reports on what's happening in astrology. March of 2023 will be known as the biggest game changer in the entire decade. So it's very, very powerful. Okay. So I would appreciate it if you would go to the section underneath where it says show me, and you can check out my website, and it tells you all the different services that I do offer, number one. Number two, if you go to the top right, you'll see something called Game Changer. And that is my fourth book that I've, but this book I co-authored. The other ones are at the bottom of my website. And it's about the new model of Aquarian relationships, which is why relationships have not been working. And that will tell you how they can, because it's very Aquarian, and that's what we're moving into. So I'd appreciate it if you would comment. Totally appreciate it if you would subscribe to the channel. And if you comment, you get a chance to win a mini reading or do one a month. And also if you share this. Okay, I also have a Facebook page. I need to share that with you. And what I do is all my videos, I actually have a Facebook post. So you can go and you can actually print them off, because I'll be talking about dates, and sometimes it's hard when you're trying to listen and write. Okay, so here goes. This story I'm going to tell you is going to go down in history as one of the darkest and saddest times in the 20th century. We are all experiencing collectively the dark night of the soul. In order to move into the light through ascension and shifting our consciousness, we have to expose the dark. Okay. Truths are bubbling to the surface as Pluto leaves no stone unturned, as we are seeing in the US political hearings right now. So when I think of the truths bubbling to the surface, I think of the bubbles in the volcano when it erupts, because I had spent time living in Hawaii. So right now, all the truths are being revealed, and there are more shocking ones to come. We are also experiencing major galactic portals with amplified energy, which enable us to tap into more cosmic wisdom as we raise our own vibration frequencies. We're energy beings. Pluto is the planet known as the transformer and rules Scorpio. Again, we're also collectively experiencing the nodal axis, the northern Taurus and the south northern Scorpio right now, until July 18th of 2023. This is our date with destiny. So we're going through a transformation and a date with destiny. Now, the story of Pluto at 29 energetic degrees, which is a critical degree, is about endings of Capricorn. And it's moving to 0 energetic degrees of Aquarius. Again, a critical degree, except what? 0 is beginnings. Okay. And it's a major tipping point as we are evolving from the dense 3D energies of the Capricorn Earth energies to the 5D plus 7 Uranus in Aquarius air energies. The question, how do you respond to the following newspaper clippings that are an everyday appearance? This is what it is. The power to override national sovereignty, expert warns. Experts told the Defender the proposed amendments to the World Health Organization's international health regulations would give the agency unprecedented power over national governments and override national sovereignty. Key words here, national sovereignty. Think about personal sovereignty. And this article was written by Michael Neverdisk, a PhD, on March the 6th of 2023. Now, to understand the end of Capricorn, of Pluto in Capricorn, and what we call Plutocrats, a date with destiny, the divine plan is to embrace our personal power and connect with the divine, the higher consciousness, the Uranian energy. Pluto stays in Aquarius for 20 years. That's what we're going into. Wherein Pluto stayed in Capricorn for 14 years. Thank God. That's all we could take. I'm a Capricorn, so I know what Pluto in Capricorn is like. Pluto rules plutocrats, men at the top of the system who have all the money and the power. Capricorn describes the 1% who climb to the peak of that system and anyone in positions of authority, power, and control over the populace, which we've seen. So we're talking about George Soros, Warren Buffett, Jeff Bezos, Gautam Adani, Elon Musk, Bernard Arnault, Richard Branson, Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, just to name a few. The end of Pluto in Capricorn is the end of days for the mountain goats who made it to the top. We're seeing the unraveling of a lot of power and control over. As of today, there have been banks that are going down. It's time to be more conscious, aware, discerning, and intentional. This narrative started on November the 28th of 2008, and I wrote about it then, when Pluto entered Capricorn and is now moving into Aquarius, which is ruled by Uranus, on March 23rd, 2023 for a few months, and then on November 19th, 2024, moves uninterrupted into Pluto for 20 years. The above statement is what our shift in consciousness is, as we are shifting into the Enlightenment era, and it is about who really is in control. Now, this is a quote. The obvious distortion and pain on earth that we're experiencing is the abuse of power resulting from our false egos and patriarchal consciousness. That comes from Patricia Robles. Pluto is the planet associated with wealth, power, secrets, mystery, death, and underworld journeys. When it enters Aquarius on March 23rd, 2023, Pluto will carry those themes into the realm. So it'll carry the power of into information technology, data systems, systems of power, communal potency. The last time Pluto passed through Aquarius was 1777 to 1797, a period that witnessed both the French and American revolutions. We are seeing the populist movement on Earth and Pluto in this system's mind air sign that will transform our understanding of the power of the collective. We'll witness the value and cost of information and maybe even attempt democratizing it in a whole new way. Pluto is a transformer. Whatever house Pluto tunnels into for you will be the source of awe-inspiring resources, okay, over the coming years. Now, if Saturn is in Aquarius, okay, which it was, it clarified the challenges that now we face collectively. Pluto reveals what we need to be revamped on a personal and social level. Pluto will only linger in Aquarius for 3 months in 23, but will spend 2 decades in this sign when it returns in 2024. Think of this initial sprint as the foreshadowing of the seismic shifts to come. Pluto's entry into Aquarius will bring us new ideas, new themes, and new focuses. as we will become more aware of inequality and injustice, our focus, this is our focus, sovereignty, independence, freedom, emancipation, renewal, decentralization, and networking, the populist movement and the truckers' protest in Canada, and all other protests in different countries. And that basically is what Game Changer was about. It's a relationship book, okay? And basically, it's about the Aquarian, where you become whole beings. And what you do is your first relationship is with spirit or the divine. So you, through your wholeness, you find your purpose, you find your passion, you find personal responsibility, and then you end up attracting an individual with the same frequencies and energies so that you can have a beautiful Aquarian relationship. It's going to be wonderful. Okay. Now I got to find out where it was. The transpersonal planets, which are Uranus and Pluto, actually Neptune too, but are causing major transformations, with Pluto ruled by Scorpio. Pluto ruled by Scorpio, all about total transformation, power. Okay. In Capricorn, we're asked to run our lives, which are our business, like it's a mission, which is our personal purpose. Okay. The days of corporate greed, corruption, and satanic evil are being revealed and destroyed. All plutocrats and the hierarchical, patriarchal societal structures are being revamped and totally deconstructed. The family, relationships, basic education, higher education, politics, pharmaceuticals, economics, the human being, religion, healthcare, etc. This is what I wrote about in 2007. I could pull it. We are being asked to personally let go of the inner cobwebs and skeletons that prevent us from letting our own light shine through. Okay. Basically, it's time to professionally manifest your talent and embrace your power. Check in on your own personal integrity, because it's dharma versus karma, and we build it every day. Knowing that you are now required to learn the steps and follow the process so you can become more organized and effective in all areas of your life. You're offered the gift of complete spiritual evolution, the release of the caterpillar into the divine destiny of the butterfly, freedom. Pluto forces us to let go of those aspects of our lives that no longer serve our empowerment process, freeing us to realize our greatest potential. Pluto demands that we surrender and align with the design as we awaken, questioning the societal process while the transformation, transmutation, alchemizing takes place. The new decade, 2020, will go down in history as the most coercive, dividing, controlling, the one that finally reveals the true color of souls, encouraging everyone to embrace their inner authority, authenticity, sovereignty, and align with the divine. Wowzer. So here we are today. We finally get some clarity and truth, which we're getting now. It's on March 24th, when Pluto moves to 0 degrees, critical degree, new beginnings of Aquarium. Today, March 13th, Pluto is sitting at 29 degrees, so the critical degree is there, so lots is being revealed. We can now discuss a day in history that we will never forget, the day it all started, January 12th, 2020. The Sun, Mercury, Saturn, and Pluto were all in Capricorn as they aligned in what's called a conjunction in the same sign. On this day, big things were expected and did happen all over the world. We were shut down and controlled by hierarchical, corrupt social systems that took over our lives with authority, power, and control. All of these planets wanted to expose the abuses of power in order to transform the world. However, those that were unconscious called everyone that was more conscious conspiracy theorists. These planets, especially in the cardinal sign of Capricorn, force many to wake up and take action against those who aim to control us, hold us back, and through coercion, force some souls to comply. Those that were conscious unchained themselves from the constraints of status quo society and spoke their minds. That is what divided society, families, friends. With the political climate being superheated, we expected protests against the government and the patriarchy. This energy set off the birth chart of the USA and their Pluto return and forced voices throughout the world to share their knowing and truth. This is when it became apparent, the start of the Pluto energy transfer since 2007, 2008. Two big ones started it. The Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac created by Congress, the big mortgage fiasco where thousands of individuals lost their homes. Then the Bernie Madoff scheme, the biggest Ponzi scheme ever. That showed the corruption. Saturn conjunct Pluto is a big deal. It's the first time in 35 years that these two hard-hitting reality planets have connected, and it will have far-reaching impacts on our society as a whole, ushering in some pretty important social and economic changes, which it did. The main impact, listen to this, is to deconstruct old structures that are evil, corrupt, deceitful, involve greed, political systems, educational system, religious systems, healthcare, etc. They are no longer working. These systems only benefited the elite group at the top of the social hierarchy at the expense of all society as a whole. There has been and will be more purging, an excellent sign of all the deceit, evil, and corruption being revealed so it can be changed. Your job is to align with the divine higher power and trust that this is a divine intervention. Individuals will also be asked to get their acts together and get out of dreamy, delusional realities. What's real? Personal responsibility and accountability. Do you have a job? Do you live within your means? Are you living on purpose? Are you taking care of your health? Do you pay your bills at the end of every month? A reality check. Big challenges with relationships. Remember, everything is relationships. Difficult and painful reworking of how you do relationships, with an emphasis on power dynamics and personal responsibility. Do not be afraid. It will not do you any good. Stress and worry just take your energy away and stop you from raising your frequency and attracting. It's a powerful catalyst for positive change, pushing us to acknowledge and take responsibility for our actions. We can no longer keep our heads in the sand, ignoring the breakdown of our social systems. Looking directly at ourselves in the mirror and our mistakes, we evolve as we must face these problems that we have created personally and collectively through our government loyalties. This incredible transformation and transmutation process will be felt individually and collectively. The key is not to get caught in the fear, the dark night of the soul, the collective drama. Keep yourself calm and in line to be frugal, pragmatic, and get your life in order. Time to balance the masculine and feminine energies within the right and left hemisphere of the brain and head and heart centers, as this is bridging the Aquarian energy. March 13th, 2023. The unraveling now in the banking system has to do with the North Node and Taurus. Stay conscious, aware, and use discernment and intuition. Stop being controlled. And the biggest thing I can say is, no is a sentence. Okay. Thank you for taking your time, and I would appreciate it if you would like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. And hopefully you have a copy of Game Changer. If not, you can go up to the top right and you can order it from Amazon. It comes in audio, it comes in ebook, and it comes in hardcover and software. Many blessings. Don't be afraid. I've been waiting for this for, how many years did I say it's been? 20 years since it started. So it's all good. Much love. And I now have to find, I stop the recording.